Thank you so much for coming out today, especially at 7 o'clock in the evening. We really appreciate it. We want to get started with this presentation so that we can get you out to the stations around the room. So who are we? There are 3 organizations that have come together to keep Shingle Springs rural. We have the Shingle Springs Community Alliance. There's No San Stino and Stop Tilden Park. I'm Lori Parlin. I'm from the Stop Tilden Park group. This is Frank Burden. He's from the No San Stino group. And we've come together to create the Shingle Springs Community Alliance to keep Shingle Springs rural.
Thank you for coming out. What a wonderful turnout once again. Need to make a disclaimer. Please note that Discovery Hills Church is not affiliated with the Shingle Springs Community Alliance, nor with No San Stino and Stop Tilden Park organizations. We thank Discovery Hills for allowing us the rental of this facility. So, what brings us here today? There are several reasons why we're here. Shingle Springs is under siege. There are proposed high-density projects in Shingle Springs that are opposed by the community due to the density. There's an awareness that Shingle Springs is a target for high-density development within the county because of the community region line. We'd also like to gather input from the community to update the 1977 Shingle Springs Area Plan, which includes design standards for our commercial, mixed-use, multifamily land uses within the town site core area. We must take action to retain our rural country lifestyle. The first thing that brought us here together of the high density projects, there are 2 currently proposed for the area, and each project if developed as proposed may double our population, increase traffic to unacceptable levels, and change our community forever. There's no going back. Again, Shingle Springs is under siege. So this is San Stino. It is one of the projects. The proposed San Stino project is located on the south side of Motherlode between French Creek and Old Frenchtown roads. It is built as currently proposed. There will be 1,041 homes that will cover 645 acres of land that is currently zoned for 5-acre parcels and ag-exclusive use. This project alone could generate over 10,400 car trips per day onto our already congested roads. This is not a cute Italian village as the name San Stino refers to. It is anything but that. And this is Tilden Park. Tilden Park is a hotel project located on 12 acres that includes an 80-room hotel, a 2-story building of shops and offices, a food market, a restaurant, and 14 single-family residential lots. If this project is built as proposed, it will generate 4,500 car trips per day on top of what you'll see on San Stino onto the Ponderosa Road interchange. This is nothing like the beautiful nature park in Berkeley. To get more information about the Tilden Park Hotel project or the San Stino project, please stop by the proposed project stations. We do have stations throughout the area here. The San Stino Tilden Park area will be there. I will be manning that after this presentation. Another concern that we have, infrastructure. When high-density projects like San Stino and Tilden Park are proposed, it's infrastructure, including water, sewer, emergency services, and roads. Where will the water come from, and who will pay for it? In the past, EID required developers to pay as they built their projects. EID has floated bonds to speculate on anticipated growth. That growth never happened, so EID raised our rates to pay back the bond debt. We know of Shingle Springs residents whose water rates have recently doubled or tripled. This will be repeated again as more growth occurs. And we cannot grow ourselves out of debt. That's just not going to happen. Do we want financial bondage for growth? No, we do not. You'll find handouts with links to more information at the infrastructure table, which is located in the back on the right side. And now we'll have Lori come up and talk about the CRLs.
So another reason we're here today is that community region line that makes Shingle Springs a target for high-density development. The 2004 El Dorado County General Plan is the land use guide for the entire county. This red line, with my red laser, is the urban limit line. It's called the Shingle Springs Community Region Line and Urban Limit Line. The Community Region Line makes Shingle Springs a target for high-density development. If you look on the map here, there's the Tilden Park project. It's inside that red line. Over here, San Stino, again, inside that red line. It's making us a target for high-density development. According to the general plan, the definition of a community region line is, again, it's an urban limit line. It's where the county wants to put the highest intensity of self-sustaining, compact, urban-type development or suburban-type development within the county. The residents of Shingle Springs are opposed to being a target for high-density development. It does not fit our peaceful country lifestyle. We have circulated a petition to gather signatures in support of removing the community region line from Shingle Springs. So far, we have gathered, before the earlier 4 o'clock session, that was before, at that time we had 572 signatures. I think we got a lot more at the 4 o'clock, and I'm expecting a lot more after this one too. So 572 before 4 o'clock started. We're doing really great, you guys. And if you haven't had a chance to sign that petition to remove that community region line, it's back in the back. There's somebody back there, and there's a station so you can get on that petition. And also, if you want to see a detailed map of the community region line, because it's hard to see up there on the thing, there's a map over here, you can get a little bit closer look. The final reason that we're here today is that even though the general plan was put into place in 2004, many of its elements to protect our rural lifestyle have not been implemented, such as the sign ordinance, the scenic view ordinance, and community design standards. We need to preserve and enhance our rural land uses and prevent the loss of our rural lifestyle. One general plan element we are reclaiming is the community identity, which are design guidelines for commercial, mixed use, and multifamily land uses. It is important to remember that community identity only applies to land that is zoned for commercial, mixed use, and multifamily development within a community region or rural center. So, see this right here, right there, that 2.4.12. It says, the county shall develop community design guidelines in concert with members of each community. So the county is going to do it, and they're going to do it for us if we don't step up and do it with them. So, if we don't do it, the county will do it for us. Therefore, we're bringing back our vision for Shingle Springs from the 1977 Shingle Springs Area Plan. For Shingle Springs, commercial, mixed use, and multifamily development would only apply to our town site core area. And that's within the blue line. You can see all our multifamily, commercial, industrial is within that blue line. And if you want to look at a closer map of that town site core area, it's over here behind Iran. You can see the map of the town site core area close up. So we've all seen this one before. This is what happens when there's a lack of vision within the county. And again, if we do not create a vision for Shingle Springs, the county is going to do it. So, what are we doing to create our vision to protect and enhance our rural lifestyle? Well, we're creating the Shingle Springs Community Identity and Community Plan, which will respect the rural lifestyle of the current residents while allowing for economic expansion that builds upon the rural character and contributes to the economic health of Shingle Springs. Today we have 2 stations set up to gather data from all of you to create a community identity and community plan for Shingle Springs. So over here at the design guideline station with all the nice photographs, we have photos of different types of building designs that could be used for the Shingle Springs town site core area. When you're over there, there's a survey to fill out. That is one of the most important things you can do tonight is fill out that survey, please. And when you look at the photos, it'll say if it's for a commercial area, a multifamily area, or mixed use. And you need to mark the box yes or no if you like that in that area or not. Because we live here, we're the ones that get to set those design guidelines. So please know that these design guidelines will be for new development only, not existing businesses. The concept is that creating an appealing town site core area will benefit both residents and existing businesses. And then at the station right next to it over there, our area plan station, we have posted up on the wall important sections of the 1977 Shingle Springs Area Plan for you to review. The Shingle Springs community came together in the 1970s and created the 1977 Shingle Springs Area Plan to preserve their rural residential lifestyle. Today, the community still values that rural residential lifestyle and is working to update the 1977 Area Plan to once again protect our way of life. So when you're over there, please again, over there at that station, that's the other important thing you can do tonight is fill out that survey. And it talks about parts of the old area plan. Do you still like them? Do you think they're still applicable? And we forgot to put a line for you to put your name on it. So if you could just write your name somewhere on it, that would be awesome. It would really help us out. So those two stations, most important thing you can do tonight. So in order to define something, first you have to decide what it is that you are defining. That is why we have set up our tentative boundary map for your input. And we lovingly call it Star Map because it has stars on it. If you consider yourself a resident of Shingle Springs and haven't already done so, please stop over there at the boundary map and mark your neighborhood with a star sticker. You're on.
Microphone malfunction. Okay, before we get ready to head off to our information stations, there are a few things we'd like you to do to support our mission of keeping Shingle Springs rural. There's a lot going on the county, and much of it's been happening in Shingle Springs. Stop by the station near the front doors or in the back to get on our email list and get notifications about important events like board meetings, community meetings, letter writing campaigns, and more. Take action and get involved. We have a timeline along that wall over there. There are several paths to take to preserve our peaceful and rural lifestyle, and we have been exploring many options. How did we get here, station? You can see a timeline of many of the events that led us to where we are today. We've been asleep, but now we've awakened. When we voted in the community region lines in the 2004 general plan, we didn't know what it meant, but now we do. We know its effect on our community. We know its effect on our lifestyle, on our traffic. It's going to impact in many negative ways. But like I stated, we're now awake and we need to make our voices heard. In the event that the county does not remove our community region line or implement our Shingle Springs Community Area Plan, we ask that you become involved to take action to move these items forward. Sign up at this station to become involved in future political action. Preserving our way of life takes the effort of all of us and costs money. We incur expenses for things like renting, for meeting places, photocopies, paint for signs, website names, and we hope to sometime have enough money to send a mailer to each and every home in Shingle Springs. We're doing a great job of getting the word out. I am more of a perfectionist. I don't think we're doing enough. This place should be packed. We should have 3 meetings today. And I would love to see more people here. It's important to awaken the community and let them know what's going on. Please stop by the donation station near the front doors to make a cash or check donation, buy a t-shirt or a bumper sticker. It's a cool shirt. Thank you everyone that has been able to financially support our mission. There we go. Another way for you to take action is to sign up to paint signs on the June 15th at a time and place to be determined. Or if you'd like to have a sign placed at your home, there are tables back there where you can sign up at the table by the...
Turn that one on.
Or if you'd like to have a sign placed at your house, please sign up at the table by the doors and we'll do that for you. Or paint your own and put your own out there. Lastly, On the No San Stino Facebook page, we had a sign contest. Yeah, so we're going to be announcing the winners. Winners were selected based on the amount of Facebook page likes received. I'd like to say that we couldn't make an award for this No San Stino crop style circle sign, as we weren't able to find the supernatural source of the sign. But we'd love to find them. For the photo contest winners, third place, Luis Rosalski with the No San Stino sign. Very appropriate, isn't it? I love it. The prize is a gift card and the choice of a bumper sticker. We'll have prizes back there. Pick them up when you're able to. Second place, Ed and Linda Matson with the pony poster. The prize is a gift card and both bumper stickers. That's great.
And a bag of carrots.
Yeah, a year's supply of hay. And then we have first place, Leilani Rhodes with the metal No San Stino sign. Her prize is a gift card, a t-shirt, and both bumper stickers. So again, please take the time to fill out those surveys at the stations and turn them in before you leave. Also, please don't forget to donate to our cause and your own cause to keep Shingle Springs rural. Finally, once again, we'd like to make the disclaimer that Discovery Hills is not affiliated with Shingle Springs Community Alliance, No San Stino, and Stop Tilden Park organizations. We do thank them for the rental of this facility. If there are any questions, we have about 10 minutes to field questions. Otherwise, we can head to our stations and ask questions there as well.
It's on.
Okay. I don't have a question, but my name is John Graffenberg. I lived in the Shingle Springs area since 1980. I built a house in '82. I've raised a family here. I'm an architect. I worked for developers in the past. I know exactly how they function. You know, it's based on maximizing the profits of the project, and I'll claim guilty to helping them do that. But I understand, you know what the developers are trying to do in San Stino. They do not have our best interests involved, which most of you probably can realize that. And I don't fault anybody for making money. It's been a benefit to me and my family. But I moved here, years ago. I'm retiring in a year or so. I want to live comfortably, and the last thing I want is, over 1,000 houses. I live on the intersection of French Creek and Old Bridgetown, and it would be a real impact on me. I've been driving down the Sacramento River for 30 years, and you guys are doing a really good job, and this is very important. I just wanted to compliment you on that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question? I'm going to hold the microphone.
My name is John Redding. I live off of South Shingle Road. And I was wondering about the politics of this whole situation. Has anybody taken the pulse of the Board of Supervisors to see who actually supports this project, who may actually be in someone's back pocket on these projects, or those types of things? Because as in any other situation, whether it be your home operation, your county operation, federal operation, follow the money, and that needs to be done. So, has anybody taken the pulse of the board to see how many ayes and how many nays there are at this point in time?
You're right. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say, from what I've observed on the board, they don't like to commit. Very few of them like to commit to things publicly. It's rough. I will say that I have heard Supervisor Netting, who's right here in the front, he actually has said at a public meeting that he has spoken to the developer and told him that they should be looking at 5-acre parcels out there on San Stino. I haven't heard anything publicly, because I don't think Tilden Park has made it to the board yet. I'm really anxious to find out what they're gonna say publicly about that. I haven't heard any of the other supervisors commit, have they? Do you recall, Sue? Keep it brief.
I've been hanging out at the Board of Supervisors for about 5 years, and I haven't seen a project they had turned down.
That's simple. Let me get another question. I'm going in the back. You got one? Steve?
Hi, my name's Steve Nowell, and, all right, I'll let you. Basically, some of the things that happen in some of these developments is there'll be promises for, well, we'll put in a fire station, or we'll do this and that, and so, there are incentives that the developer offers the county, which depends on what, it benefits the community, and sometimes developments get put in because of that, or get approved, that's my view, but, so that's just you have to be careful, as far as, and be aware that things happen like that. Money, you kind of like follow the money kind of thing, like you commented, where who's greasing, not greasing who's palms, but it's like what benefit is being offered to try to get somebody to make a decision in their benefit. Or to, The other is what kind of, if you could explain the timeline that we're looking at for trying to organize, or tell the neighbor and get your friends involved, and communicate all that so that we can get more people involved.
I think that's a constant battle. I would love it if everybody told a new person every gosh darn day that what's going on here. We need to spread the word. I think we're doing a great job, but as Frank said, we could always do more. I think there's 4,400 people in Shingle Springs, which means like 1,700 houses. We need more people.
Ask the question first. I had it really great.
I threw her off. I'm sorry. Is it really a question?
It is a question.
It's a question.
I don't need that. My name's Maria Berger. I live up on Roosevelt
Yay, Maria.
since 1979. We live on property that was homesteaded in 1886 by my husband's family. And I was raised in Shingle Springs. Now my question. First of all, thank you, Laura, and your team. I'm totally...
Go team. You know what? You guys did not get enough props tonight. And all the people that are out there doing flyers this weekend, really, thank you. There were so many people here that were doing that. And I did not get a chance to thank everybody. So, yes. She has a question.
When we look at design potential, are we looking at design review in the Shingle Springs plan?
You mean as an advisory committee kind of thing? What we're wanting to do here tonight is look at photos and say, yes, I would like that in my commercial core. No, I don't want that in the commercial core. And we're setting the guidelines so that someday when there is a design review committee, they can look at these guidelines that we want solid and we want them to fit our community. And that review committee can go, psh, this project doesn't fit, or, oh, this project fits beautifully.
Do we have design review anywhere in the county now?
For Shingle Springs though?
Control design review.
Yes, we do.
Where?
Diamond Springs, Holly Pines.
Okay, not for Shingle Springs though. We do not have one right
No,
now.
but she said in the county.
In
Yeah,
the county.
yeah.
Okay,
And
and that's an ultimate goal?
how effective is that though, Sue, right now at this time though?
They don't listen.
That's an issue, you guys. I mean, that's the thing is, even if we do get a design review committee, we, the people that live here, need to stay involved. We just have to. Because even if we get a design review committee and we don't pay attention to what's going on there, the board can still do whatever they want. We have to stay involved. And I know it's exhausting. I get it.
Okay, we have asked the Board of Supervisors to remove the community region line now. We have asked them to deny the San Stino project now. If you look at the timeline, we've actually given them ways they can do that. No one's stepping up to do that. So in my mind, nobody goes this far and spends this money without thinking they've got the votes. And that's my opinion. And the reason we're doing design standards I'll give it back to Lori to do questions. This just got built behind Leeds Feed. It's that building that, this is the future of our county, unless people start stepping up and saying, we don't want this. So what we're doing when we're asking for these surveys, and it's so important for you to fill them out, is to validate what we're asking them for. So yes, we want to hold developers for these new commercial projects to a standard that belongs in Shingle Springs, not in, I call it generification of our country, basically. We don't want these standard box form buildings all over the county, so you go ahead.
Okay, I'm just being honest with you guys. We want to wrap up the questions so that we can get you to the station. So it's a good question everybody wants to hear.
It's all a good question. Has anybody looked into the Main Street Historic Preservation through the National Historic Preservation? Has anybody done that? The reason I ask that question is it's paramount to get federal funding. If you get zoning for a Main Street project for any community that's more than 100 years old, they can't touch you. It's federal. And I've done it. Well, but the Main Street program, I've done it from grassroots without internet. I did it in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Look on the internet, Marshfield, Wisconsin.
Which is a good point. We do have a sign up for political action. People that want to take it a step further, please go back there by James Way. Well, that would be a good political action. That's a good action to take. And so sign up. Let's do this. All right.
It's money too. It's money, it's zoning, it's federal protection.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
So validation, justification, and action. We know that we're going to have to take another step, and we need to have this to move forward with that. So if you could please sign up to do some action. I don't live here. I love El Dorado County. I've lived here most of my life. I've raised 5 kids here. We had 4 generations of family in this county, and I'm very sentimental about it. And I don't want to lose it. And so we're asking if you have the same values and if you're ready to fight for yourselves. Thank you.
Lord, the last
I already said it was the last one.
I have one question. Is there a way to take this to a vote through the county, through our voting system?
I believe that would be a referendum type thing. Yes?
After they approve it, then you can do a referendum.
Okay. So there are steps we can take, and if you're really into that, sign up at our political action. I'm trying to get people to sign up. Have you noticed? We need people that want to do this. We've got to do this, guys. We've got to step it up. And I can't be on every committee. I'm like dying here. So please sign up. Let's do this. And let's fill out those surveys. Is everybody ready to go? Go.
Sales going, are we good?
Yes, we're doing great, as you can see. We're almost out.